Thank God, an audience. Prost. Good of you to come. You weren't put off by all those idiots who said Marx is dead. Well, I am. And I am not. That's dialectics for you. You may wonder how I got here. Public transportation. I did not intend to come back here. I wanted to return to Soho, in London. That's where I live. But a bureaucratic mix-up. Here I am, Soho in New York. As a modern-day New Yorker. Well, I always wanted to visit New York. So why have I returned? To clear my name. I've been reading your newspaper, the paper of record. They're all proclaiming my ideas are dead. It's nothing new. These clowns have been saying this for more than 150 years. Don't you wonder, why is it necessary to declare me dead again and again? Well, I've had it up to here. I asked for the right to come back. Just for a while. But there are rules. I told you, it's a bureaucracy. It's miserable to read, even to watch, but not to travel. I protested, of course, and had some support. Socrates told him, the untraveled life is not worth living. Gandhi fasted. Mother Jones threatened to picket. Mark Twain came to my defense in his own strange way. Buddha chanted, hum, but the others kept quiet. My God, at this stage, what did they have to lose? Yes, there too, I have a reputation as a troublemaker. But even there, protest works. Finally, they said, all right. You can go. You can have a few hours or so to speak your mind. But remember, no agitating. They do believe in freedom of speech, but within limits. They are liberals, you know. Marx is back. For a short while. In Soho in London, we were barely living. A flat on Dean Street. Near where they dumped the city sewage. Jenny and I and the little ones, plus 2 dogs, 3 cats, and 2 birds. We were in London because they expelled me from the Rhineland. Yes. That's how it was. Not easy. Yes. Yes. They expelled me from the continent, from my birthplace. I had done dangerous things. I was the editor of a newspaper, Der Rheinische Zeitung. Hardly revolutionary. But I suppose the most revolutionary act one can engage in is to tell the truth. In the Rhineland, the police were arresting poor people for gathering firewood from the estates of the rich. I wrote an editorial protesting that. Then they tried to censor our paper. I wrote an editorial declaring there was no freedom of the press in Germany. They decided to prove me right. They shut us down. Only then did we become radical. Isn't that the way it is? Our last issue of the Zeitung had a huge headline in red ink: Revolt. That annoyed the authorities. They ordered me out of the Rhineland. So I went to Paris. Where else do exiles go? Where else can you sit all night in a cafe, drinking wine and telling lies about how revolutionary you were in the old country? Yes, if you're going to be an exile, be one in Paris. Paris was our honeymoon. Jenny found a romantic tiny flat in the Latin Quarter. Heavenly months. But the word was out, from the German police to the Paris police. It seems that the police developed an internationalist consciousness long before the workers. So I was expelled from Paris. We went to Belgium, expelled again. we came to London, where refugees come from all over the world, the English are admirable in their tolerance and insufferable in boasting about it. The doctors told me, excuse me, help. The doctors told me the cough would go away in a few months. That was in 1858. I once said to Jenny, do you know what I fear most? And she said that the workers' revolution will never come. Yes, the workers' revolution will come, but it will be taken over by dogmatists. They will speak for the proletariat, and they will interpret my ideas for the world. They will organize a new priesthood, a new hierarchy, with excommunications and indexes. Inquisitions. Prison camps. And firing squads. All this will be done in the name of communism. Dividing the world between capitalist empires and communist empires. They will muck up our beautiful dream. And it will take another revolution. Maybe 2 or 3. To clean it up. That's what I fear. Das Kapital represented 15 years of hard work in the conditions of Soho. Walking every morning past beggars, making my way to the British Museum and its magnificent library, working until dusk, reading. Is there anything more dull than reading political economy? Yes, writing political economy. The dismal science. Then home to the darkening streets, listening to the vendors, calling out the prices of their wares. And the veterans of the Crimean War, some blind, others without legs or arms, begging for a penny in the noxious air. The poor smell of London. Yes, my critics trying to minimize what went into Das Kapital would say, as they always say about radical writers.
Oh, he must have had some dreadful personal experience.
Yes, if you want to make much of it. That walk home through Soho fueled the anger that went into Das Kapital. I hear you say, well, of course, that's how it was then, a century ago. Only then, on my way here today, I walked through the streets of your city, surrounded by garbage, breathing foul air, past the bodies of men and women sleeping on the streets, huddled against the cold. Instead of a lassie singing about it, I heard a voice within my ear. Some change, sir? For a cup of coffee? They'll call that progress because you have motor cars and telephones and flying machines and 1,000 potions to make it smell better? And people sleeping on the streets. A special report. Last year, the gross national product in the United States, yes, gross, was $9,000 billion. Ooh, most impressive. But tell me, where is it? Who is profiting from it? Who is not? Less than 500 individuals control $5,000 billion in business assets. Are these people more noble, more trustworthy, more valuable to society than a mother in a tenement, nurturing 3 children through the winter with no money to pay the heating bill? Did I not say 150 years ago that capitalism would immensely increase society's wealth, but that this wealth would be concentrated in fewer and fewer hands? Oh, look at this. Giant merger of Chemical Bank and Chase Manhattan Bank. 12,000 workers will lose jobs. Stock rise. And they say my ideas are dead? Do you know Oliver Goldsmith's poem, The Deserted Village? Ill fares the land to hastening ills of prey, where wealth accumulates and men decay. Yes, decay. That's what I saw as I walked through your city this morning. Houses decay. Schools decay. Human beings decaying. But then I walked a bit farther, and I was suddenly surrounded by men of obvious wealth. Women in jewels and furs. Suddenly, I also saw limousines. But suddenly I heard the sound of sirens. Was violence being done somewhere by? Was a crime being committed? Help! Help, police! Was someone trying to take part of the gross national product illegally? From those who had stolen it legally? The wonders of the market system. Human beings reduced to commodities. Our lives controlled by the super commodity, money. Ooh. The committee doesn't like that. No agitating.